Welcome to our Friday, Frugal Friday, Financial Friday, I forgot what I named it Friday, question and answer series. It's a little early this morning. I meant to do this last night and it just didn't work out. So thought I'd do it real quick before daycare kids show up. So hopefully we get through this. We have 4 questions today and everything. So the first question is, how do we budget for gifts throughout the year? For our family personally, I sit down in January and just like with a piece of paper and write out, everybody that we give birthday gifts to, Christmas gifts to, and then how much, we have like a set budget for each person. And then I add in birthday parties that the kids would be invited to, and I obviously just have to guess that because I don't know who's going to be invited to what. But I plan on 4 to 5 birthday parties per child each year that they'll be invited to. So we just then divide that total number by the 12 months. So if you wanted, I don't know, $600 a year for gifts, you would have to put $50 away each month into your envelope. And then that way, it's all in there. Some months you may not use any, and other months you may deplete almost the full $50 that you've put in. But with you just keep adding, that's then when Christmas comes along, you'll have that larger amount. And I also do some Christmas shopping throughout the year. This has been in the past something that has cost us more money because I'll buy little gifts throughout the entire year. Forget I bought the little gifts or the larger gifts, and then Black Friday go out and hit the sales and find all these new things that are on a great, these great sales, buy those, and then come home like, oh, I really didn't need this much. So I don't do a lot throughout the year unless if it's something that I absolutely know that they want and that will be on their Christmas list, or that, this year I already bought them something and it was $1 each. So, that could just be a stocking stuffer too. So that is how we do our gifts throughout the year. These next 3 are all school related. I thought I'd pull those questions out since school is starting for my kids next week. And I'm sure your kids are getting ready to start anytime here too. Help. I spent several $100s on school supplies. How did you buy all of yours for under $100? This is the first year that it's cost us under $100 to get all the school supplies. I think one of the things that has helped is all of our kids are now older. They're 5th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade, and they just don't have the long supply list of all the art supplies and like all the folders. I know one year my kids each needed like 10 folders. So that has definitely helped. And then at the end of May, this was the first year I actually remembered to do this, and when they came home from school that last day, I had a big Rubbermaid sitting on the table, and they cleaned out their backpack, and anything that was still usable went into the Rubbermaid. And so then when we got their school list in July, we went through the Rubbermaid and pulled out what we had that they could still use, and then crossed it off their list. So when we actually went to the store, we didn't start off with the full list, and that was, that helped out a lot. And then we've also taught them, that instead of getting the $2 notebook, if the 25-cent notebook still meets the school criteria with what they've requested, we get the 25-cent notebook. And, that doesn't mean that the whole entire rest of their school years they will never get to have a $2 notebook. It's just at this time right now when we are so intense in trying to pay off our debt by the end of the year, we need to save that other $1.75. So that has helped. Couple other things, we buy backpacks from LL Bean or Land's End, and I know they're a little bit more pricey, but this time of year they always have free shipping. Well, LL Bean always has free shipping, I think, and Land's End usually has a free offer for the free shipping, and they're usually on sale or 20% off coupon, something that you can find either from a friend or request their catalog, or even if you probably just get online, they might have it posted online. So we've gotten these lifetime warranty backpacks for under $30 for each of our kids. And AJ's, the first one we bought him was when he was 4 and he started preschool. And it lasted him until last year going into 4th grade. and it was starting to fray around the zipper, and I'm like, you know what, I don't know that this is going to last all year round, and I didn't know if they really had a decent supply of backpacks all year. So I went ahead and called a year ago, and I said, it's starting to fray around the zipper, is this warranted? And they said, yes, absolutely. So all we did was send it back, and we let them know the backpack that he wanted from their catalog, and they sent it to him free of charge. So those have been, you know, even though we've spent a little bit more at the beginning, they have lasted us throughout so many years that where it's saving us money now. And then we also buy like $10 lunchbox. And I don't know, maybe $10 is a normal price for a lunchbox. It seems expensive to me, to something that they're going to dump food in and everything. But those $10 lunchboxes last our kids 3 to 4 years. And so far it's worked out to where each of the kids don't need a new lunchbox every year. Or even in the same years. You know, this year Elle needed a new one. Last year AJ needed a new one. And Em could care less. I mean, she's like, I'll use a Walmart bag, but she has a lunchbox too. So, I think that's everything I was going to say on that. I don't remember now. Do your kids eat school lunch, or do you pack them a lunch? They do both. They get a designated amount each month that gets deposited into their school account, and they can use that throughout the month to eat lunch at, but once it's gone, and they won't get any more until the beginning of the next month. If you pack it, can you share some ideas? We do sandwiches, leftovers. We have the thermos, like the little thermoses, and I do buy those name brand because they seem not to leak, and they tend to keep the food either warm or cold a lot better than the cheaper ones. So we do leftovers. I've done cereal before and then just sent them with milk money. What else? French toast sticks. My kids like cold pizza. I don't know if your kids like cold pizza, but that's one of the favorites of my kids. We do what's called a fruit plate, and I'll do like a yogurt and a cheese stick, and then like graham crackers and a fruit and a veggie that all goes with that. Roll-ups, like the tortilla roll-ups. AJ and Em, it just kind of depends on what's on the school menu that day, if they take it or if they make it at home, or take it or if they eat at school. But there again, they only get that certain amount each month. Elle, usually in the past has taken it almost every day, and especially now that we've discovered that she needs to be gluten-free, she'll probably take it every single day. Except the middle school does have a salad bar, so... and she loves salad, so maybe that'll give her different options this year too. I also don't buy juice boxes for my kids. This was, I mean, one of the first things when I thought we need to get out of debt. The juice boxes had to go because they're a ridiculous price. And those are something that I do buy like at Christmas time and stuff as a special treat, or at birthdays, but not on a daily basis do they get a juice box sent to school with them. And we have I've used the thermos, and I like the Camel Pack bottles, and I don't get the big ones, I just get the small, like the half-size bottles, and I'll fill those up with water. Most days it's just water, or else we don't keep juice, pop, Kool-Aid, any of that stuff in the house, so that's all special when we do buy it, and so they might get that for a day or two in their lunches. So if you have any good lunch ideas, I'd love to hear them, because I tend to struggle. Like, I do really well for the first month, and then it just seems like another peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I mean, really? Do I have to make another one? So I would love for you to leave it down below what your favorite school lunches are to send with your kids. Okay, our last question. My kids think they need all new clothes for back to school. How do you guys handle school clothes? Well, this is how I used to feel. I mean, my kids had to start the school year off in all new clothes and, 2 pairs of new shoes at least, and on and on and on. And it wasn't needed. I mean, they already had a closet that was packed full of clothes. So why was I going out and spending several $100s on each child on new clothes again? So our new rule is they get one back-to-school outfit, and I will buy that new. Like this last year or last weekend, we went to Kohl's, and I love Kohl's. You don't have to have one of their credit cards to still use their savings, like their 20% off and stuff. I've just signed up for their email alerts, and those have given me, I get 20% off in the email several times a year. I mean, it came back to school time. It always comes at Christmas time. So I just used that and went there, and I mean, we got, on top of their already lower prices because they had awesome savings or sales this last weekend, because we had no tax, I was able to then use the 20% off and pay cash for it. So we will do the one new outfit. If they want more than that, they save their money up. And I mean, Em saved her money up all summer long, and she was able to buy a few other new outfits. And then we also went to Goodwill because they did need a few things. I mean, my kids, I want their laundry, their clothes to last a week. Just because I get busy with daycare and I don't have time to wash it through the week for them usually. And so on the weekend, we just do laundry all weekend long. But we've also started when they're in 4th grade, we teach them how to do their own laundry. So I really don't do my kids' laundry unless if it's, you know, we're all behind or we were gone on the weekend. Then I, of course, will pitch in and help them. So I need to make sure that my kids had laundry that will last an entire week. And so Em needed a few more shirts. And so we went to Goodwill, and I ended up with 4 sacks stuffed full of clothes for $52. And she got all of her clothes for back to school that she needed. And I got some winter stuff for AJ, some pajama pants for Elle, and then I don't remember what, Em got some jeans. So it was great. And for $52, I mean, we walked out of there with amazing things. And my kids, they're fine with that. They actually never wanted all those school clothes. It was me. So, I mean, if it's your kid that's wanting them, you might have to, you know, do some compromising of, okay, we'll buy you this one outfit, you know, but then you'll have to wait on the others till, I mean, fall and winter is just around the corner. And if your kids are like mine, they grow every year. And the girls are now getting to the point where they've been able to wear their winter clothes for like 2 years. Or their summer stuff. So, but you know, younger kids need it replaced at least once a season, it seems like. So we've just, you know, we've compromised and everything throughout the past, and it's, you know, to only spend under $100, that was just on school supplies, but their back to school clothes, I think they each spent maybe $20, $25 on each outfit, so, or, you know, so that was $75 at the most we spent on their back to school clothes. And I know like AJ's only cost us $10 for his outfit, so not bad. And the kids are happy and we're happy, and it just makes for a happy home when everybody's on the same page and we're not blowing the budget out of the water. So it makes Daddy a lot happier too. But that's all the questions I have for today. So make sure down below in the comments you leave your favorite lunch ideas for us if you want to share those, and then also any questions you have for us to answer next week. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. We are headed to Nebraska to see my family, and I'm taking the kids to the town I grew up in to show them where all the homes I lived in and the schools I went to. So I'm excited for that weekend, and we will talk to you guys on Monday. Bye.